Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's exciting event of women's varsity basketball here at the Waller High School Gymnasium, where your Lady Bulldogs are taking on the Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial High School. And we are excited about tonight's matchup as the Lady Bulldogs are getting prepared for the playoffs, postseason playoff action. But before I get into that, I do want to thank those who continue to help us be broadcasting high school and college sports around the nation. That is our sponsors: Lone Star College at Tomball, Edmonds Insurance Agency, Larry's Automotive, Lee Van Richardson, Gunderson's Bookkeeping, District Attorney Elton R. Mathis, Trinity Christian Learning Center, the Temple of Refuge Ministries, and Garland Harris Jr. Realtor. Thank you so much for all that you do for the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And I also want to remind you all, ladies and gentlemen, to become a listening partner of the Open Mic Broadcast Network and help support our local and regional high school and college broadcast coverage. Our membership drive campaign is currently running, and your annual donation of $72 helps us provide game coverage for this broadcast and so many others that we provide exclusively on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Go online and make your donation today at www.obnradio.com. That is www.obnradio.com. And tell them Jourdan Kerl sent you, who you are listening to this evening. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, the Lady Bulldogs come into this game with a record of 6-5 in district play. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. That's very exciting after earning a victory over Magnolia West High School by a score of 51-42. Now, they have a tough matchup tonight, and they're looking to keep this momentum going against the Lady Wildcats. Tomball Memorial comes into this game with an unblemished record of 12-0. The Lady Wildcats are also the reigning champions of District 19 in the 5A region. Tuesday evening, they defeated the Lady Bulldogs of Magnolia 37-30. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you recall, the last time these two teams met, the Lady Wildcats defeated the Lady Bulldogs by a score of 48-39. However, if the season were to end today, Tomball Memorial would finish as the top seed and Waller would finish as the 4th seed. We are very excited for the Waller ladies. They are doing a phenomenal job. Now 6-5, as I mentioned. I will be back. It is senior night tonight, so actually before I cut to break, I do want to recognize those 3 shining seniors that have been dedicated to this team since they started at Waller High School. That is Kayla Abbs, that's number 25, Rodnisha Logan, who is number 30, and Jasmine Watson, who is number 21. Ladies, thank you so much for all of your work and effort that you have given to this team. Now, stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more exciting action from Waller High School Gymnasium. You are listening to Jourdan Kerl here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Starting for the Wildcats, number 13. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Waller High School Gymnasium. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. You are listening to the voice of yours truly, Jourdan Kerl, here at Waller High School. And I just wanted to go ahead and give you all these starters for the visiting Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial: Reagan Reeves, Savannah Bainbridge, Trishan Wynn, Kinsey Peterson, and Essence Richards. And for your Lady Bulldogs of Waller High School, the starters will be Alicia Goodnight, Layla Blair, Angela Shorter Kinney, Tiana Scranton, Ray Harris, and Mariah Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to tip tip-off here, the Lady Bulldogs are going to need to get off to an early start quick, as we know the Lady Wildcats can take over very quickly in this game. And we expect the Lady Bulldogs, with the momentum that they've had thus far, to start just the way that they need to. And Shorter Kinney and Richards are set to tip. The Wildcats are going to control this one. And driving down the court is Peterson. She passes it to Reeves. Reeves' shot is up. It's good. They score the first two for the Lady Wildcats. Bulldogs bringing it down. Layla Blair up top. Passes it to Harris. Harris back to Blair. Blair is going to drive. She goes up for two. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Bainbridge, who passes it. And actually, she's going to pass it back to Reeves. Reeves goes up for two. It's no good. Rebounded by Bainbridge. And the Lady Wildcats get another bucket. The Lady Bulldogs are still scoreless. 7:20 remaining in the first quarter. Blair is taking the ball down for the Bulldogs. She passes it to Goodnight. Goodnight passes it back to Blair. Blair goes up from behind the arc, way behind. She doesn't get the friendly bounce, but Stewart is right there to rebound. But she's unable to keep control of it. It's going to be Lady Wildcats ball. Wynn is bringing it down the court for the Wildcats. Blair is on her. They're now playing man defense from the Bulldogs. And shot is up by Reeves from behind the arc. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Goodnight pushing the pace, bringing it down the court. Passes it to Blair. Almost called for the carry. It looks like the crowd wanted a carry, and Blair is going to be fouled. She is fouled by number 22, Savannah Bainbridge. Blair is shooting from the charity stripe. The first shot is up, and it's good. She gets the first point for the Lady Bulldogs. Her second shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Wynn is going to take it down the court. Tight defense from Blair. Man-to-man defense, as I said before. She passes it to Peterson. Peterson passes it down low to Richards, and Richards is going to be blocked by Harris and steals it. Passes it to Blair. Blair taking the ball down the court. More man defense from the Wildcats. Harris's shot is no good. Rebound, the Lady Wildcats. Peterson taking it down the court. Passes it to Wynn on the left side. Swings to Bainbridge, who shoots the three. It's no good. Rebounded by Richards. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Harris. Harris passes it to Blair, who's pushing the pace. Goes up from the corner. And it's no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Peterson passes it way far to Bainbridge, who's down low. Misses the shot. Rebound by Bulldogs. And Blair is going to take it down slowly. Reset for the Bulldogs. With 5:35 remaining, the score is 4-1. The Lady Wildcats are on top of the Lady Bulldogs of Waller High School. And Goodnight is called for a travel. Goodnight is called for the travel. And the Lady Wildcats are going to have the ball as Wynn brings it down with pressure from Blair. Wynn going to think to go left, but she does pass it right to Reeves. Reeves pass it back to Wynn. Wynn looking, setting it up. Passes to Bainbridge. Bainbridge drives. Her shot is blocked by Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to stay down there with the Wildcats. Good effort from Harris to get that block. Going to pass it up top. The Lady Wildcats still have the ball. Wynn is going to pass it down low to Richards, who's going to drive. Shoot. Shot is no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Harris passes to Goodnight. Goodnight kicks it up top to Blair. Blair thinks about penetrating. She does. Drive. Shot is no good. Rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. Bainbridge pushing the pace. Passes to Wynn. Wynn is going to reset, get the call from her coach, looking for the play. Harris is going to step up, put some tight defense, penetrating. Bainbridge is going to drive, kicks it to Peterson. Peterson's shot is up and it's good. The crowd for Tomball Memorial is in full effect tonight. We hear the uproar. If you can, ladies and gentlemen, the score is now 7-1. The Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial on top of your Lady Bulldogs. Blair passes it to Angela Shorter-Kinney. Shorter-Kinney passes to Goodnight. Goodnight shoots a long three. It's no good. Rebounded by Peterson. Peterson passes it to Wynn. Wynn has some more tight defense on her from Blair. Wynn is going to go all the way down. Passes to Richards. Good pass. No good for the shot, though. And they're going to say it's going to be white ball. Excuse me. White is the Lady Bulldogs in these nice white jerseys. Lady Bulldogs ball. The Wildcats are wearing Wildcat blue tonight. Blair taking the ball down the court. Man defense right now from the Lady Wildcats. Blair's going to shoot from way behind the arc. Gets the almost friendly bounce. Shot is no good. And they're going to call a foul as the Lady Wildcats, Angela Shorter-Kinney and Reeves were wrestling for it. They're going to call a foul on Shorter-Kinney. And Jasmine Watson is going to check into this one along with Cameron Matoyer for the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Wildcats have the ball as Wynn is taking it up the court. They spread the floor now for someone to drive. Bainbridge is going to do it, and she does hit the bucket. The score is now 9-1. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Layla Blair has the ball for the Lady Bulldogs. Passes left to Harris, back to Blair. Blair, they're playing now a 2-3 defense from the Lady Wildcats. Angela Shorter-Kinney has it. She doesn't have anywhere to go, so she passes it back up top to Blair. Blair has the ball, looking for an opportunity. Matoya's going to shoot from the three, and it's a little too strong. Rebound by the Wildcats. Wynn taking it down the court. Passes to Peterson. Peterson to Bainbridge. Bainbridge has a man, Diaz, right down low at the post, and she gets another bucket. And Coach Nikisha Durham is going to talk it over with the Lady Bulldogs. She's going to call a 30-second timeout with 2:15 remaining in the first quarter. The Lady Wildcats are on top of the Lady Bulldogs 11-1. So we're going to talk about our lovely sponsors who help make the Open Mic Broadcast Network possible. Larry's Automotive, ladies and gentlemen, located at 3054 1488 Waller, Texas 77484 is a full-service auto shop with fast service and reasonable prices. And did I mention they also have 24-hour towing? Make sure you call 936-931-5566 and tell them Jourdan Kerl sent you. We're going to go back down to the action on the court. As I mentioned, the Lady Wildcats are on top of the Lady Bulldogs 11-1 with 2:15 remaining. The Lady Wildcats shots just haven't fallen tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, the Lady Bulldogs shots have not fallen tonight as Layla Blair takes it down the court for the Bulldogs. She kicks it left to Ray Harris. Harris looking for a man down low, so she swings it right to Watson. Watson passes to Blair. Blair swings back left, trying to penetrate, goes up. The shot is, again, no good. So the Wildcats now get the rebound. Peterson is pushing it up the court, kicks it out to Wynn, who resets, slows the game down. Bainbridge is going to drive, kicks it back up to Wynn. Wynn passes to Diaz. Reeves. Reeves kicks it to Bainbridge. Bainbridge goes up for the three, and it's a good shot. Nice look at the basket. Shot for the Wildcats. The Bulldogs taking it up the court, hoping to get something here. Angela Shorter-Kinney is down low. She shoots it and finally gets a bucket for the Lady Lady Bulldogs brings us for the 3. The score is 14-3 with 1:15 remaining in the first quarter. Peterson has it for the Wildcats. The Wildcats swing it to Reeves. Reeves passes back to Peterson. Wynn goes up after the pass from Peterson. No good. Rebound, Bulldogs. Blair pushing it coast to coast. She's driving. 1 minute remaining. Good pass to Jourdan Kerl down low, but the shot is no good. Jourdan Kerl gets her own rebound and is fouled. That foul is going to be called on Savannah Bainbridge of the Lady Wildcats. Angela Jourdan Kerl is on the line shooting 2. Her first shot is up. It's good. Quite a few subs coming in right now. The Lady Bulldogs bring in Goodnight for Harris, and the Wildcats empty the bench. Kenny on the line shooting her second shot is up. It's also good. The score is now 14-5. The Lady Wildcats are on top of the Lady Bulldogs with 1 minute remaining. And Rodnisha Logan is going to check in for Jourdan Kerl. The Lady Wildcats have the ball with 45 seconds remaining. Wynn passes it to Collin. Collin to Crawford. Crawford passes it to Wynn. Wynn looking for a man. Brienne Bainbridge is now in the game for Savannah Bainbridge. Collin passes it to Wynn, who gets fouled by Rodnisha Logan, who was just a little ambitious on that one, trying to steal the ball, gets clocked over the head. Wildcats have it under their basket. Looking for a man down low, but the steal almost stolen, but they're able to hold on to it. Wynn picks it up. She's driving, passes it to Bainbridge. Bainbridge shoots. No good. Back. Collin with the offensive rebound. He puts it back up, and the shot is good with 12 seconds remaining. Blair pushing it down the court for the Lady Bulldogs. Loses the dribble, picks it back up. Passes to Goodnight. Goodnight passes it to Watson. Watson gets fouled from Brienne Bainbridge. The Bulldogs have it under their basket with 2 seconds remaining on the clock. Watson gets it, shoots it immediately. Shot is no good. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this first quarter of action here at Waller High School Gymnasium. So far, it's been a tough job for the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Wildcats are on top, 16-5. We're going to take a quick time out here and be right back on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station that is the voice of student athletics. We're back here live, ladies and gentlemen, at Waller High School Gymnasium, where the Lady Bulldogs are taking on the Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial. And we're getting ready to start the second quarter of action. Now, the Lady Bulldogs, let me tell you the score first is 16-5. The Lady Wildcats are on top of the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Bulldogs shots just haven't been falling tonight. They've had some great looks at the basket, however, but if they keep shooting, they will fall eventually. At least that's what my coach used to tell me when I used to play basketball as well as, basketball in high school. Back to the action on the floor. Blair has the ball for the Bulldogs. Passed it left to Harris. Harris back to Blair, but she wasn't quite paying attention. Goodnight saves it. Collin is going to step up for the Wildcats. The defense is applying the pressure as Blair passes it to Harris. Harris' shot is way short under the basket, but Stewart saves it. Goodnight wasn't able to hold on to it, however, and that's going to go out of bounds and be the Lady Wildcats ball. The Lady Bulldogs have to take a little bit better care of the ball as well. Shot is up almost immediately by Elise Collins. Great shot from the three, from behind, way behind the arc. Blair is bringing the ball down for the Bulldogs. Blair looking for a man, looking for Kenny down low, but they have some tight pressure on her down at the post. She's calling for it, though. and she gets it from Goodnight. Goodnight goes up from behind the arc. That shot is no good. Kenny gets an offensive rebound, passes it to Goodnight. Goodnight kicks it to Blair, who's going to shoot from behind the arc. Shot is up. She gets the friendly bounce this time, brings the score to 19-8 with 6:52 remaining in the first half. Lady Wildcats are taking their time bringing the ball down the court. Wynn passes it to Brienne Bainbridge. Wynn dribbling, working on Harris. Wynn still working on Harris. Drives, passes it to Crawford. Crawford goes up. That shot is good. The Lady Wildcats have a bullseye for the basket as the Lady Bulldogs are taking the ball up the court. Blair is fouled. The foul is called on the floor. It's not going to be a continuation. That foul is on Crawford of the Lady Wildcats. Bulldogs have the ball under their basket. That pass is stolen. Bad pass from Harris right there. And Wynn is now taking it up the court. And Goodnight tipped that pass. She attempted to pass it a little bit too far right there. But it is going to still be Lady Wildcats ball under their basket. Crawford looking for a man, passes it to Diaz. Diaz passes it to Wynn. Wynn looking for the play from the coach, Coach Davis. Wynn sets it up. She's going to almost drive the ball. It's a frenzy for the ball right now on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Wynn pins it up for the Lady Wildcats. They're going to go up. Looks like they're waiting for the call. The referee is going to say that Bainbridge threw it out of bounds, and that's going to be Lady Bulldogs ball. Blair is taking it up the court. She's dribbling, crosses over Crawford, passes to Goodnight. Goodnight passes Stewart. Stewart's going to go up. The shot is a little too strong. Rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. Wynn passes it up the court. Goodnight has good awareness. And as Goodnight gets ready to steal the ball, she steps just out of bounds. And that's going to be Lady Wildcats ball. Again, Coach Davis is going to clear out the bench and bring back in his starting five. That's Richard, Savannah Bainbridge, Elisa Leach, and Reagan Rivas, whose shot is no good right there. Goodnight is losing her dribble, picks it back up. Shorter to Kenny, passes to Blair, who's going to set it up. She drives to the left. Blair goes all the way and is fouled. The fans of Tomball Memorial are outraged right now. Said that was not a foul on Essence Richards. Blair is on the line shooting two. Her first shot is up. It's no good. Blair still at the charity stripe shooting one more. That shot is up, and it's good. The score with 5:14 remaining in the first half is 21-9. The Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial are still on top of the Lady Bulldogs. Peterson driving down the court, passes it to Rivas. Rivas back to Leach. Leach back to Bainbridge. Bainbridge passes it to Leach on the right side. She drives, goes up on the baseline, and the shot is good. The Bulldogs are bringing the ball down the court. Blair not waiting for a man to get down, drives it down, passes to Goodnight. Goodnight to Stewart. And Angela Shorter Kenny's going to shoot the long three, and it's way short. Rebounded by the Wildcats. There, Bainbridge has it, passes it down low to Richards. Richards goes up, and the shot is no good. I want to say that's the first I've seen the Lady Wildcats miss tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as Goodnight brings it up the court. Passes it to Blair. Blair passes it down low to Shorter Kenny, who passes it back up top to Goodnight. Goodnight's going to drive it. Shoot a little too hard. Rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. Peterson kicks it to Leach, who goes in for the drive. And Leach is going to be called for a travel, as Jasmine Watson is going to check in to this one for the Lady Bulldogs, who are bringing the ball down the court. Blair is going to shoot the three. It's too hot, too strong, bounces out of bounds. Lady Wildcats ball. Coach Durham is telling Blair that we have to work and we have to take our time and get good shots off and not rush our plays and our opportunities. The Wildcats, Peterson is going to work on Harris, and Blair tips her pass, but the Wildcats pick it up. Pass it to Richards, whose shot is good. This is a tough one right now for the Lady Bulldogs with 3:30 remaining, down by a considerable amount. Blair has the ball, drives baseline, doesn't have a man. It's stolen by Peterson. Peterson passes it to Leach. Leach passes back to Peterson up top. She's going to kick it to Reeves on the left side. They're going to call a 3-second violation in the lane on the Lady Wildcats. And with that call, Coach Durham wants to talk it over with her girls. And we're going to go ahead and take a timeout because this is a full timeout. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network here at Waller High School Gymnasium. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to give an opportunity to thank some more of our sponsors and tell you about the opportunities here in Waller County. Now, we are proudly sponsored by District Attorney Elton R. Mathis. If you need to go see him, tell them that the Open Mic Broadcast Network sent you. Also, we love our community, and you know who else loves you? Trinity Christian Learning Center, where love and learning connect. Call them at 936-372-8292 or visit their permanent location at 2903 Boys the Ark in Waller, Texas. You can also go see Garland Harris Jr. Realtor, who is a proud sponsor of the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Thank you again for all that you do so we can keep our coverage in the nation. Back to the action on the court. The Lady Bulldogs currently have the ball as Blair takes it up the court with 3:07 remaining. The score is 25-9. Watson has it on the left corner. Blair's going to reset the team. Passes to Harris. Harris to Blair. Blair passes to Goodnight. Goodnight has it, penetrates back to Blair, who is looking for a shot. Blair is going to cross two defenders and shoot it, but it's no good. And rebound by the Lady Wildcats. Peterson has the ball. Swings it to Bainbridge on the right. They pass it down low to Richards. That pass is poked out of bounds by Rodnisha Logan of the Bulldogs. It's going to stay here with the Lady Wildcats. Peterson looking for a man, passes it and finds Reeves, and Peterson is going to step in and shoot. Shot is a little too strong, rebounded by Leach, offensive rebound, and they're going to call Bainbridge for a travel. That's Lady Bulldogs ball. With 2:27 remaining in the first half, the score is still 25-9. The Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial on top of your Lady Bulldogs. Watson has it in the left corner, passes it to Blair. Blair back to Harris. Harris has passed it back to Blair on the left side. She's going to drive, look for an opportunity. That zone defense has kept the Lady Bulldogs out of the driving opportunities that they normally have. And the Lady Bulldogs have to find a way to shoot it from the outside. Otherwise, they're going to not be getting back in this game right now. Tough defense from the Lady Wildcats. Goodnight is going to drive it, and her pass is going to be kicked out of bounds by Logan. Lady Wildcats ball. Peterson is going to take the ball down the court. Blair almost nearly steals it. Peterson holds onto her dribble, doing some fancy footwork here. Reeves has the ball, passes it to Leach. Leach is going to drive it. and it's going to be kicked out of bounds by Harris. It's going to stay with the Wildcats under their basket. Coach Durham telling the Bulldogs to watch the screen. And they get it in to Reeves. Reeves has two defenders on her. She's going to shoot the long three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Watson, excuse me. And although Bainbridge did get it, they're going to say that they're going to maintain possession of the ball. And it looks like Coach Durham is going to call a 30-second timeout. So we're going to stay here and remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that you, too, can become a listening partner or a sponsor today for the Open Mic Broadcast Network to maintain our high school and college coverage across the nation. To find more information, all you have to do is go to www.obnradio.com. That's www.obnradio.com. Or go ahead and give us a call and let us know what you think. 832-213-8824. That number is 832-213-8824. Tell them Jourdan Kerl sent you. And with 1:23 remaining in the first half, the score is still 25-9. The Lady Wildcats are on top, who also currently have the ball. Peterson is looking for a man, finds Richards under the basket. She shoots it, the shot is no good, and Richards a little too aggressive and gets called for a foul. That's going to be her second foul of this one. And Coach Davis is going to bring Diaz back in the game for Richards as the Lady Bulldogs take over. And the Lady Bulldogs are also going to bring in Angela Shorter-Kinney for Jasmine Watson. Blair is taking the ball up the court for the Bulldogs, still running that 3-2 zone defense that has been impeccable tonight. Blair's going to shoot it short. Shorter-Kinney right there with the rebound. And she gets it in for two. Peterson is pushing the pace with 1 minute to go. Peterson loses her dribble, picks it back up. Good tip from Blair. Passes it to Reeves, passes it to Bainbridge. Bainbridge back to Peterson. She's looking for a man down low, has no one. And Harris is going to get the steal. She's all alone and misses the opportunity to get an easy bucket for the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Wildcats now have it again, back on their side of the timeline. Bainbridge has the ball. Looks like they're running some clock off. Reeves working on Goodnight, trying to get this steal and not foul here. They call her for a 5-second violation. She was dribbling just a little too long. So that's going to be the Lady Bulldogs ball with 15:87 remaining in the first half. The Lady Bulldogs are behind the Lady Wildcats 25-11. Blair is going to take the ball up the court, pass it to Goodnight, back to Blair, who's driving. Passes to Kinney on the left side. 3 seconds remaining. She shoots it, puts it up. Shot's no good. And Peterson rebounds. But that's going to do it for the first half of action, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 25-11. The Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial are on top of the Lady Bulldogs of Waller High School. Stick around. We are in halftime, so we're going to take a quick timeout and be back with exciting second half of action. Don't forget, you're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network with Jourdan Kerl here at Waller High School Gymnasium. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There's only a minute remaining in halftime, but I wanted to come back a little early just to give a little bit of analysis from the first half for the Lady Bulldogs. I want to say that a lot of their shots have not fallen, and that's really because Coach Davis of the Lady Wildcats has chosen to run his zone defense, and it's been very, very effective for the Lady Wildcats because that's forcing the Lady Bulldogs to shoot from the outside and stopping that penetration dribble that we know Layla Blair loves to perform so many times, as well as Goodnight and other point guards for the Lady Bulldogs. But what they need to do is find Shorter Kenny in those slight moments that she is open, or Mariah Stewart, or whoever may be down low at the post. That is going to be key right now, and taking care of the ball as well. That's been a tough thing for the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Wildcats have played consistently. As I said before, I haven't seen them miss too many shots, maybe a few down low and a couple blocks that I've seen the Lady Bulldogs get on the Lady Wildcats. But the Lady Wildcats have been playing very, very consistent basketball. So what Coach Durham probably is going to do and make an adjustment here is to see to it that the Lady Bulldogs take that extra step on defense, have their hands up, just do those extra things that make a difference in games. They're small, but they make a huge difference. As we've seen, the Lady Wildcats, as I said, play that zone defense very consistently, not doing too much, but just doing enough to disrupt and throw off the Lady Bulldogs here as we get back to action. And I just wanted to briefly remind you all again, be sure to become a listening partner by logging onto our website for more information, www.obnradio.com. That's www.obnradio.com. Back to the live action. Lady Wildcats currently have the ball as Wynn drives it. That shot is no good. Goodnight is going to take it up the court. And it looks like the crowd of the Lady Wildcats was calling for a travel, but that's not going to happen. And on that one, they do get Layla Blair for a double dribble. So that's going to be a Lady Wildcat ball. Now running a half-court man defense is Coach Durham. Harris tips that pass out of bounds, and it's going to be Lady Wildcats ball. Peterson looking for an open man right here. Has Richards open, passes it to Wynn. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Silly mistake. Coach Davis is a little frustrated over there on the sideline. Silly mistake from the Lady Wildcats. Lady Bulldogs have the ball. Blair passes it to Angela Shorter. Kenny passes it back to Blair. Blair to Goodnight. They're swinging it to the left. Goodnight passes to Blair. Blair looking for the opportunity. Harris now has it. Blair is going to drive up. Shot is no good. Richards with the rebound. The Lady Wildcats are coming back down, pushing the pace. Has a man open. That's Reeves. Goes up for the easy 2 points. Another easy bucket for the Lady Wildcats. The Bulldogs are also going to push. Blair is going to throw it out of bounds. And that's going to be another turnover for the Lady Bulldogs. I think that's going to be important as well, limiting the turnovers here in this half for the Lady Bulldogs. Wynn is bringing it down the court with pressure from Harris. They're able to break the press, and Peterson goes up. That shot is no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Blair is taking it all the way, coast to coast. Shot is up. It's no good, but she fouled. They're going to get Savannah Bainbridge for the foul. That's her third foul in this one. Layla Blair is on the line to shoot two. Blair's first shot is good. The score with 6:30 remaining is 27-12. And we're going to have a sister switch here. Brienne Bainbridge is going to take over for Savannah Bainbridge. As Blair's second shot is good. That brings the score now to 27-13. The Lady Wildcats on top. Full court defense here from the Lady Bulldogs. Wynn breaking the press. Has some pressure. Passes to Peterson. Peterson passes it to Reeves. Reeves kicks it up top. Almost stolen from Blair, but the Wildcats do recover it. Wynn now has the ball resetting. Getting the play from Coach. Passes to Peterson. Peterson to Bainbridge. Bainbridge passes it inside to Reeves, who gets it stolen by Blair. Blair is driving, spins, goes up, shot is blocked, gets her own rebound, scrambling. It is a frenzy on the floor, and it's recovered by the Wildcats. Wildcats who are bringing it down the court. Wynn is going to drive. Harris slips, and Wynn goes in for the bucket. Oh, the crowd is in uproar. The bench is on their feet. Oh, my. The Bulldogs have it on their side. Oh, my. Harris passes to Blair. Blair, step back jumper. No good. And rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. Wynn is going to pass it to Bainbridge. Bainbridge passes to Peterson. Peterson is going to kick it to Reeves, who passes it to Richards. Richards does not get it stolen by Mariah Stewart, who passes it to Blair. Blair is going to set it up. She drives, goes up. The shot, pretty teardrop, is good. The score with 4:50 remaining in the third quarter is 29-15. Wynn is pushing the pace for the Lady Wildcats. Angela Shorter-Kinney creates good defense, and Wynn loses it. But they're going to say that Shorter-Kinney knocked it out of bounds, so it's going to be Lady Wildcats ball. Coach Durham brings in a pool of subs. That's going to be Matoyer coming in. Tiana Scranton comes in, as well as Jasmine Watson. The Lady Wildcats still have the ball. Passes down low to Richards. Richards' shot is no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Blair is bringing it down the court. Driving. She's going to go up from the three, and the shot is no good. Rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. Wynn has it, bringing it across the timeline, and she's going to pass it to Peterson, who gets the call from Coach, and they're going to reset. Looks like they're trying to knock a little bit of time off the clock. And Peterson's going to drive, almost stolen. Wynn recovers it, drives it, back up to Crawford. Crawford is driving. Good defense right now from the Lady Bulldogs as Peterson is driving. Wide open, Bainbridge in the corner. Shot is up, and it's good. 3:46 remaining, 31-15 is the score. The Lady Wildcats are on top of the Lady Bulldogs. Blair is going to be called for a foul. The Lady Wildcats fans are on their feet in an uproar. They do not agree with the call of the foul on Richards. That's Richards' third foul, second team foul. Blair's on the line shooting two. The shot is good, and we have some subs coming in for the Lady Wildcats. Elise Collins and Carla Diaz. Carla Diaz is going to come in for the Lady Wildcats, and Shorter-Kinney is also going to check in with Rodnisha Logan. And Blair's second shot is good. The Lady Wildcats take over as Collins brings the ball down the court. Man defense is being ran now by Coach Durham and the Lady Bulldogs. Wynn is driving past Blair, almost loses it, passes to Diaz. Diaz passes it to Bainbridge, and Bainbridge is going to be fouled. She's going to go on the line to shoot two. That foul is called on Angela Shorter-Kinney. Excuse me, no, that's Tiana Scranton. Bainbridge's first shot is up. It's good. Alicia Goodnight is going to check back in for Cameron Matoyer. Bainbridge, second shot. Brianna Bainbridge, second shot is good. That brings the score with 3:24 remaining to 33-17. Lady Wildcats still on top. Goodnight's going to shoot the three. Tough, no good. Rebounded by Scranton. Scranton, shot is good. She gets the friendly bounce for the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Wildcats take over. Full court man defense now being ran. The Lady Wildcats easily break that. Bainbridge has the ball. Angela Shorter-Kinney is on defense. Good D from Kinney. Crawford passes to Wynn. Wynn resets. Blair with some good defense, but Wynn breaks past her and passes to Diaz. Diaz is wide open. Another bucket for the Lady Wildcats. Blair brings it down the court. Blair passes to Scranton. Scranton, tough defense on her. Blair passes to Goodnight. Goodnight down low to Kenny. Kenny looks up, shoots it. Good shot for Kenny. That's another 2 points for the Lady Bulldogs. The score is now 35-21 with 2:20 remaining. Lady Wildcats still on top. Cutting into this lead slowly but surely, playing some good defense from the Lady Bulldogs. When resetting, passes to Collins. Lady Wildcats have the ball. Collins is going to drive, pass it to Diaz. Diaz going to drive it on the baseline, and they're going to call Radisha Logan for a foul. That's the first team foul. Well, second team foul, excuse me. Kenzie Peterson is going to check back into this one, along with Alyssa Leach. Peterson looking for Leach, doesn't have her. Passes it to Leach. Leach shot is good. Peterson gets the offensive rebound. Passes it to Diaz. Diaz. Excuse me, no, that's Reeves. She drives and is called for the charge. Now we have Waller on their feet. Excited. With 1:51 remaining in the third quarter, the score is 35-21. The crowd egging each other on here. Goodnight has the ball, passes it to Blair, nearly stolen. Blair passes it down low to Kenny. Good pass and a good shot. Good 2 points for Blair to Kenny. Well, Kenny assisted by Blair. Wildcats take over. Peterson is taking it coast to coast. She passes it down low to Diaz. Diaz goes up. Shot's no good. Unable. Wow. Diaz recovers and tips it back in bounds for her Wildcats to reset. Good night. Good night. Reeves is called for the backcourt violation, and everyone is on their feet. I'll explain the situation. The Lady Wildcats fans wanted a foul on Goodnight, and the Waller fans are in excitement about the backcourt violation as Mariah Stewart checks in. If you hear the boos, ladies and gentlemen, that is from the Lady Wildcats bench. The excitement is coming from the other side of the court for the Lady Bulldogs as Blair has the ball. They're setting it up, passes to Goodnight on the left side. Goodnight shoots the three, two tucks. Mariah Stewart with the offensive rebound. She shoots it, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. They get it to Peterson, who passes it back to Leach. Leach gets it across the timeline. She's bringing it down the court, passes it back to Peterson. Peterson, back to Leach. It's a two-man show here. She takes it up. Shot's no good. Leach gets her own rebound. The Wildcats have it back as Reeves is going up for the three. It's no good. And Diaz gets the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball here as Mariah Stewart and Carol Diaz were wrestling with it. This is going to be in possession of the Lady Bulldogs as Coach Davis wants to talk it over with the girls. He calls a 30-second timeout. So if he's going to call a 30-second timeout, we're going to stay here and talk about our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Are you interested in working in the healthcare field but not sure where to start? Visit lonestar.edu/Tomball and check out the career training opportunities available to motivated students. Lone Star Tomball offers career training in fields such as surgical technology, pharmacy technology, nursing, and more. At LSC Tomball, it's about you. And at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, it is also about you. We are the station designed with you in mind, and you are listening to Jourdan Kerl here at Waller High School Gymnasium. It is 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score is 35-23. The Lady Bulldogs currently have the ball. The crowd of Waller is cheering, "Let's go Bulldogs," as Blair brings it up the court. The Lady Wildcats are still running that tight zone defense that I mentioned before, but we see that Coach Durham has made the proper adjustments to handle it. Kenny has the ball. She penetrates. Gets it out to Stratton. Stratton's shot is no good. Kenny almost gets a rebound. Goodnight gets a rebound. And they're going to call Goodnight for a travel. So that's going to be Lady Wildcats ball. I feel like, ladies and gentlemen, every play the crowd is on their feet debating what the refs call. It's a tough night to be a referee here at Waller Gymnasium. Bainbridge, Savannah Bainbridge, pass is stolen by Jourdan Kerl. Jourdan Kerl passes to Goodnight. Goodnight does get it. Goodnight passes to Mariah Stewart, and that shot is good with 2 seconds remaining. That's going to do it for the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. What excitement we have right now at Waller Gymnasium. The Waller fans are on their feet, and the Tomball Memorial fans are in shock that 2-second shot got off. But we are now going to enter the fourth quarter, and before I go to the fourth quarter, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick timeout and come back to you with exciting final quarter action here at Waller High School Gymnasium. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You are listening to yours truly, Jourdan Kerl, here at Waller High School Gymnasium, where your Lady Bulldogs are taking on the Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial. We are entering the fourth quarter of action, where the Lady Wildcats are still on top of the Lady Bulldogs, 35-25. Lady Wildcats currently have the ball and pass it in to Wynn. Wynn is going to drive all the way and pass it to Bainbridge. Bainbridge passes it out to Peterson. Peterson is working on Harris, and she's going to drive it past to Richards, and the shot is up. She does not get the friendly roll. No good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Blair is going to take it across the timeline. Shoots it up from behind the three, and that shot is good. She made it look so easy, ladies and gentlemen. Waller fans are on their feet. And Wynn is going to take it up the court for the Lady Wildcats. The score is 35-28. They are cutting into this lead, as I mentioned before. Wynn has some tight defense from Blair, and they did not call a foul on this one. The Tomball Memorial fans wanted a foul. Passes to Richards. That shot is good. Lady Bulldogs are taking it up the court. Goodnight has it on the right side. Bad pass from Goodnight to Jourdan Kerl. The Lady Wildcats steal it as Wynn is pushing the pace, and Goodnight almost steals the ball. They have Reeves on the right side, passing it back to Wynn. Wynn is getting a call from Coach. She's going to go to the left, pass it to Bainbridge, who's going to pass it to Reeves. Reeves is penetrating. Peterson is penetrating. The shot is up, no good. Mariah Stewart with the rebound, but she's not able to control it. And it looks like it went off of both players. However, the ref is going to call it as Lady Wildcats ball. With 6:32 remaining, the score is 37-28. Lady Wildcats still on top. They're calling an offensive charge on Peterson. So that's going to mean the Lady Bulldogs are going to take over on the court. That's the 14th foul on the Lady Wildcats. Shot is up from Blair. It's no good. Blair is going to get the ball back. Well, the ball did go backcourt. Looks like somebody wanted a backcourt violation, but nope, that will not be. It was tipped off with the Lady Wildcats. Lady Bulldogs are going to reset here. Blair is going to pass it to Harris. Harris passes to Goodnight. Goodnight goes up. Shot's a little too tough. It goes off of the Lady Wildcats, according to the referee. As you hear again, the fans are in an outrage. The Lady Bulldogs have it under their basket. The shot is up by Blair, and it's rebounded by Mariah Stewart. Stewart looks like it was thrown out of bounds by her, but I'm not a referee. As I can say from my vantage point, that's what it looks like. It's still the Lady Bulldogs ball. However, they're calling it off of Bainbridge, who tipped it out of bounds. Blair gets it into Harris. Harris Passes it right to Goodnight. Back to Blair. Blair drives it. Goes up with another teardrop shot. A little too hard. Mariah Stewart with the rebound. She goes back up. And the refs are going to call Stewart for the travel. Good defense from the Lady Wildcats. Rodnisha Logan is going to check in to this one for Mariah Stewart. With 5:42 remaining, it's 37-28. The Lady Wildcats are still on top. Full court man defense here. Harris is working on Peterson. Peterson has her on skates right now, just all over, doing some fancy footwork. She passes to Reeves. It's stolen by Goodnight. Goodnight is pushing it. Wynn is right there, one-on-one, and it's no good. Rebounded by Kenny, right there to clean it up. Kenny cuts the lead to 7 with 5:18. The score is 37-30. The Lady Wildcats are taking it back over. Passes it inside to Reeves. Reeves with the under the basket layup. Just beautiful underhanded layup. The score is now 39-30. 5:04 remaining. And Blair shoots an easy three-pointer. My goodness. I can't call it fast enough, ladies and gentlemen. I am so sorry. That is a score from Blair. The Wildcats are taking it down the court. Reeves is going to drive. Reeves is looking for a man, has no one. Wynn is right there. Tight defense from Blair right now on Wynn. Wynn is stuck, and she does find Peterson. Peterson passes it down low to Richards. They're going to call that ball for the Lady Wildcats. Says it was tipped off of Shorter Kinney. As Tiana Scranton is going to check back in for Goodnight. Goodnight is having a good night. I'll stop with the jokes. I'm really not that funny. The Lady Wildcats have the ball. They get it out to Reeves, who shoots the long three. It's a little too tough. Kenny is not able to control it. Bainbridge gets the rebound, and they're going to reset, pass it out to Wynn. Wynn is looking for a man. She has no one. In the corner, Harris is on her. They're going to pass it to Bainbridge. Bainbridge is going to pass it to Crawford. Crawford has it. I have to stand up, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone is on their feet. Crawford is dribbling. She loses her dribble. They're going to call a foul. Oh, my. It's frenzy. They're going to call a foul on Layla Blair. They're going to say she pushed. She pushed Wynn. Trishan Wynn is limping off of the court, needs assistance from assistant coach Kendrick Brody as the Lady Wildcats still have the ball. Elise Collins is going to check back in the game along with Brianne Bainbridge. Both Bainbridges are in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Brianne Bainbridge passes to her sister Savannah, and Savannah is going to charge. They're going to get her for the offensive charge on Rodnisha Logan. As Waller fans are in total excitement and the Tomball fans are in total disgust, the Bulldogs are going to take over right now. 39-33 is the score with 4:01 remaining. I want to say that this is, besides the earliest part of the game, this is about the closest the Bulldogs have been, and Coach Durham has made proper adjustments in halftime. Excellent job here. We still see a zone defense being ran by the Lady Wildcats. Blair passes it to Shorter Kinney. Shorter Kinney has tight defense on her. Blair's going to shoot the three, and it's good. Oh, my goodness. The three is good. 39-36 is the score. The Lady Wildcats lose it, but they're going to get a foul called on. They're going to get the foul called on Ray Harris as the Lady Wildcats take it to the side. Subs coming in for the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Bulldogs. We have Reagan Reeves checking back in as well as Rodnisha Logan back in the game. This is a tight match for Lady Wildcats, only up by 3:39 remaining in the game. A lot of threes there, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I got a little tongue twisted. Collins has the ball. She's going to pass it to Bainbridge. Bainbridge kicks it to Reeves. Reeves is up at the top. Good defense on her. Passes it to Peterson, nearly stolen by Blair. Peterson passes it to Collins. Collins passes it, and it's stolen by the Lady Bulldogs. Blair is bringing it up the court. Blair is looking for a man. She drives to the left. Does it teardrop, and it's good. It's perfect. The Lady Wildcats are now only up by 1 point. 3 minutes remaining in this game. It is getting intense. The Lady Bulldogs fans are on their feet as the Lady Wildcats bring it across the court. Coach Davis wants to talk it over with the Lady Wildcats as Coach Durham and the Lady Bulldogs are in total excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tough matchup right now, and Coach Davis is going to call a full timeout. So we're also going to take a brief timeout here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You are listening to Jourdan Kerl, and we are the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network with yours truly, Jourdan Kerl. We are here live at Waller High School Gymnasium, where the Lady Bulldogs are in a toe-to-toe matchup against the Lady Wildcats. Lady Bulldogs are only down by 1. The score is 39-38, 2:50 remaining in this one. This is a tough match. Bainbridge and the Lady Wildcats have the ball. She's up. She shoots it. It's no good. Kenny rebounds it, gets it to Blair. Blair is going to slow the pace down. Coach Durham tells her to slow it down, get a good shot, and do what they need to do. We still see Coach Davis running that zone defense. Passes it to Goodnight. Goodnight gets it to Logan. Logan gets it to Blair. Blair's going to shoot another 3. That shot is no good. And they're going to get shorted Kenny for the behind-the-back call on that rebound. And the Lady Wildcats are going to have the ball. With 2:17 remaining, the score is 39-38. Richards has it, looking for one of her guards. Goodnight is going to get called for a foul. Another foul on Goodnight. She is very visibly disappointed with that one. That's going to be her first foul of the game, as she almost got a steal right there. Lady Wildcats still had the ball. As Diaz checks back in for Richards for the Lady Wildcats. Diaz has it, taking it down the court, looking for one of her guards. Blair is working on her. Bainbridge. Both Bainbridges are still in, ladies and gentlemen. Bainbridge is going to get called for a travel. That means the Lady Bulldogs are about to take over this one. Score is 39-38, 2:01 remaining. Richards is going to check back in for the Lady Wildcats. The crowds are on their feet, so I'm on my feet so I can see. Blair is taking the ball down the court. Blair drives it. She is blocked. It's no good, but Harris is right there to reset. She's setting it up. Blair kicks it to the right. Goodnight is going to drive. She is pushed out of bounds. She tries to pass it in, but that pass is stolen. The Lady Wildcats are driving up the court, and they're going to get Harris with another foul. That might just, no, it's not going to put the Lady Wildcats into the bonus quite yet. Well, yes, it is. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be the 7th team foul on the Lady Bulldogs. So that is going to send the Lady Wildcats to the line at each foul called for those those that may not know what the bonus means, but Savannah Bainbridge is on the line to shoot two. Her first shot is no good, and it's rebounded by Richards, who cleans the mess up and gets two in for the Lady Wildcats. Coach Durham wants to talk it over with the Lady Bulldogs with 1:31 remaining in regulation. The score is 41-38. Still only a one-possession game. Coach Durham is taking a 30-second timeout. So we are going to stay right here and recognize some of our sponsors. Larry's Automotive is a full-service auto shop with fast service and reasonable prices. Did I also mention they have 24-hour towing to get you out of that rush you may be in late at night? Call 936-931-5566. Tell them the Open Mic Broadcast Network sent you. Also, we would like to recognize attorney Lee Van Richardson. His number is 979-826-8006. And Gunderson's Bookkeeping. Call them at 936-372-2661. Back to the action on the court. The Lady Bulldogs now have the ball as Blair is going to take it up the court, let it roll a little bit. And she kicks it to Goodnight on the right side. They're going to pass it down low to Harris. Blair has it. Back to Goodnight. Blair is almost stolen. As Blair gets fouled, they finally called a foul on her. There was no foul at the original foul. And Blair is going to be sent to the line to shoot two for the Lady Bulldogs. That foul is going to be on number 33, Brianne Bainbridge. The shot is up. It's no good. That's the first shot. The second shot is up. It's good. That's going to bring the score to 41-39. Rodnisha Logan is going to check back in, as well as Carlin Diaz for the Lady Wildcats. Rodnisha Logan checks in for the Lady Bulldogs. With 1:15 remaining in this regulation, the score is 41-39. Reeves is going to take it up the court for the Lady Wildcats, who are taking over. Good defense from Goodnight allows a turnover for the Lady Wildcats. Again, the fans are upset on this side and in total excitement on the Waller side. Blair is taking it out for the Lady Bulldogs. She gets it into Goodnight. Goodnight passes to Harris. Harris looking for Blair. Blair's going to drive it down baseline. She shoots it, goes up. The shot is blocked out of bounds, so it's going to stay down here with Waller. 1:03 remaining. The score is 41-39. The Lady Wildcats is still on top. The pass is into Stewart, and Stewart ties the game. It is 1 minute. Stewart ties the game, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1 minute remaining in regulation for this one. This is a tight game. It is 41 all right now, and Coach Durham is going to call a full timeout. We're going to take a timeout, and we will be right back. Do not go anywhere. This is exciting women's varsity basketball action here at Waller High School Gymnasium as your Lady Bulldogs are taking on the Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial, and I am Jourdan Kerl here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure, first of all, welcome back to Waller High School Gymnasium, where your Lady Bulldogs are taking on the Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial. It's 1 minute remaining in regulation with the score tied 41-41. The Lady Bulldogs came out of halftime and melted an impressive comeback. I do not remember the exact scores, and I apologize, but it has been a fight to the finish for the Lady Bulldogs, and the Lady Wildcats are staying right where they need to in this game. So, with that, we're going to get back to the action on the court. The Lady Wildcats have the ball. They get it into Richards, who's looking for Peterson. Peterson is tight defense, good tight defense for the Lady Bulldogs, but they're able to get it. That's going to be a timeout. Coach Davis recognizes that his team is not going to get it over the timeline in time, so he calls a timeout. And with that, he calls a full timeout. We'll stay here this time. And we'll talk to you about some of our amazing sponsors that make Open Mic Broadcast Network possible. Thank you so much for all that you do for our network to keep our coverage live and well. Lone Star College Tomball offers higher education opportunities for everyone. Transfer classes will save you money as you work towards your bachelor's degree, or we offer workforce training in a variety of exciting fields. Check out your options at lonestar.edu/Tomball. At LSC Tomball, it's about you. And also at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, it's always about you. We also want to tell you about Garland Harris Jr. Realtor. He's located at the Keller Williams Metropolitan Office, and his number is 713-621-8001, extension 2464. Make sure you tell him Jourdan Kerl sent you at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We are 4 seconds from returning to the action, ladies and gentlemen. The score is still tied, 41-all. The remaining time on the clock, listen to this, is 51 seconds. The Lady Wildcats have the ball. First of all, they have to get the ball up the court in time to not get another turnover. And the Lady Bulldogs have to get a quality shot if they get a steal, or the Lady Wildcats have to get a quality shot if they get it down to their basket. This is a tight matchup, and we're going to go back to the action. The Lady Wildcats get it in to Brianna Bainbridge. Bainbridge loses her dribble. Good defense by Shorter Kinney. She gets it to Reeves and across the timeline. It's 40 seconds remaining. They pass it to Peterson. Peterson shoots it. It's up. The shot is no good. It's a jump ball. The possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. They have it under the Wildcats basket. And I just want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that the Bulldogs are currently, one foul away from being in the bonus if they are fouled here. And if the Lady Wildcats are fouled, then they will automatically be sent to the line. The pass is tipped from Kinney to Harris. Out of bounds, it's still Lady Bulldogs ball. It's 34 seconds remaining on the clock. Still tied at 41. We're still at the Wildcats basket here. The Lady Bulldogs have to get it across half court. Blair. Looks like the Wildcats will be bringing it past half court. If Blair gets a good shot off, she's been making these buckets easily in this second half. She's warmed up. If she makes it here, this could be the game. She still has the ball, passes it to Harris. Harris gives it back to Blair on the left side. She's looking for that left corner where she likes to shoot. It's 12 seconds. They're running the shot clock out. She shoots the free. Oh, my God. It's good. It's 10 seconds remaining. Oh, my God. She shoots the three. The three is good. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, the Waller crowd is in uproar. It is silent and seated on the Tomball Memorial side. I cannot believe this. Layla Blair, when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that shot was so close. It looks like it was not going in. But she made it from the three. It's 4:52. It's 4:52 remaining right now here in Waller High School Gymnasium. Coach called a full timeout. The score is 44-41. This is the first time this game that Waller has led, and it is less than 10 seconds remaining in this game. We are in a full timeout. I will tell you how to become a listening partner because I'm sure you would love to hear more Waller High School athletics as well as athletics around the nation. You can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network and help support our local and regional high school and college broadcast coverage. Our membership drive campaign is currently running. Your annual donation of $72 helps us provide game coverage for this broadcast and the many others we provide exclusively on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Visit us at WBB.OBN-Radio.com to find out more about making your donation and becoming a listening partner. That's WBB.OBN-Radio.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 4 seconds remaining. Well, they adjusted the clock. They adjusted it to 5:57 to make up for that time that was called for the timeout. The Lady Wildcats have the ball under the Lady Bulldogs basket. They are looking for someone to get the ball into. They pass it long. It is stolen, nearly stolen. Peterson throws it up. The shot is no good. She did have time. She did not have to rush that shot. The Lady Bulldogs have it with 2 seconds remaining. Blair has the ball. She has to be fouled. They're not going to foul. The Lady Bulldogs win the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first loss this season for Tomball Memorial's varsity team. And the Lady Bulldogs are going to win this one 44-41. It is shock and awe on this side of the gymnasium. And Waller is on their feet when I tell you they fought for this one. This has been a fantastic matchup. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. I will be talking to Coach Durham after this game. The final score, ladies and gentlemen, 44-41. Stick around. You're listening to Jourdan Kerl on the Open Mic Broadcast Network at Waller High School Gymnasium. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Waller High School Gymnasium, where the Lady Bulldogs just defeated the Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial 44-41. It was a fight to the finish, ladies and gentlemen, and the Lady Bulldogs came off on top. I would like to, first of all, congratulate Coach Durham, who is joining me right now, on her victory. Great job, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you. It was all about the kids. I mean, we struggled really for the first 16 minutes against their zone. But our defense kind of picked it up for us, and we got some things going. Layla Blair got hot, and it was just a total team effort. And I couldn't be prouder of the girls. This is just kind of one of those things. I'm not going to take credit for the coaching job.
Right.
Those girls just decided that they wanted to win, and they got it done.
Definitely. I completely agree. What adjustments did you specifically make coming out of halftime? Because we noticed that you were constantly cutting into that lead coming out of the half. What adjustments did you make?
Well, out of halftime, we just wanted to start to try to create some easier offense with our defense. We knew that we didn't apply enough pressure. We were in a 32 zone for the greater portion of the first half. So coming out of the halftime, we went into a man, and they really sort of struggled with it. And so we just stayed with it. And then we went from a half-court man to a three-quarter to a full court there for the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, and it really made a big difference for us.
Definitely. I completely agree, and definitely saw that change, being successful. And just one more question, Coach. Now you're on a 3-game win streak. Congratulations to you and the team. Your last regular season game on Tuesday against Willis High School. What preparations are you going to make going into that game and even looking ahead to the playoffs?
Well, we would just want to make sure that we don't let down the intensity. After a win like this and finally giving them their first district loss, it's easy for the girls to be excited about being in the playoffs for the first time in a long time. And it's easy to look past a team that is, I think, 2-12 in district or something like that. So we want to make sure that the practices are that we keep them intense, we keep them focused, and not look past the game. And I think a lot of times it's easy to do, especially when you beat a team previously. So we just want to maintain a high level of intensity in practice and not change our routine and not get complacent and just be satisfied with what we've done. I want them to be proud of it, but I want them to understand we're not done yet.
I completely agree. Thank you so much for this interview, Coach. Great job to you and the team again. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you the Lady Bulldogs will be on the road for their final regular season matchup against Willis High School. That will be February 7th at 6:30 p.m. I want to thank our sponsors one more time for all you do for Open Mic Broadcast Network. Without you, we are not possible. Lone Star College at Tomball, Edmonds Insurance Agency, Larry's Automotive, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Gunderson's Bookkeeping, District Attorney Elton R. Mathis, Trinity Christian Learning Center, Temple of Refuge Ministries, and Garland Harris Jr. Realtor. Thank you so much for all you do, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it for here at Waller High School Gymnasium. I have been Jourdan Kerl. As I said before, the Lady Bulldogs come off on top 44-41 against the Lady Wildcats of Tomball Memorial. We'll see you next time.